Okay, this is a rock cut, and up ahead on either side is a steep rock face. The railway line was blasted through here for 1911. And I always think of the Wilkies, the late David Wilkie and his son Mike, who've been up there. They took a photo that I've enjoyed that shows a dayliner coming through on one of those Wanda Fuca Railway Club charters that would happen on a Sunday. Take it from Victoria to Port Alberni. That was in the 60s and 70s. Let's take a look back. Yeah, you can see through the trees, a bit of the rock. Well, I'm coming up to one of my favorite structures on the subdivision. It's very small, but it's unique on Vancouver Island. It's a track culvert, and the best way to describe it is to show. It's for the creek to flow through when the water is running, and right now it's just a drip. Water accumulates there. Here we go. Yeah, instead of a culvert, it's some concrete forms with the ties resting on each. Yeah, simple as that. Water comes from up there. I've seen this when this is flowing hard in the autumn. Going through and going down. It's the first time I've noticed replacement rail today, but it's likely been there. They have replacement rail about every 1 mile or so, 1 or 2 lengths. That's how railways do things. And in this era of 20 years after operations, sometimes it's fun to try to find them. Covered with moss, covered with trees. This is a good time to mention our location, Vancouver Island, on the west coast of British Columbia, and the red dot is just north of the city of Port Alberni. Here's a railway map, and we're looking at the Port Alberni Subdivision, which goes from right to left, Parksville to Port Alberni. And the red circle is the area of the hike north of Port Alberni. Here's a closer view of the Port Alberni area, and you can see Cameron Lake on the far right for context. The black is the railway route, and the red circle again is the area of my hike. Here's the close map of the area. Red circle is where I start and end my overall hike. McLean Mill, National Historic Site parking lot. Here's the first leg going down the mill spur to the junction. That's the red circle. And then I go in a clockwise direction on the E&N mainline, ending up at mile 28.9 bridge. That's the red circle on the right. And then I backtrack for a way and take a series of trails back to the McLean Mill site. And here's the portion of the hike that's covered by this particular video. I love this spot because I came through here second or third year that I'd been doing railway hiking, so 2020 or 2021, and it was autumn with lovely colors, and people that chopped down the broom had done their work, and there were piles of dead broom on the side, and this was just such a beautiful section. Clear colors were lovely in the autumn. This moss carpet was lovely. Yeah, still one of my favorite railway photos. And it's still a lovely place here. Autumn is better though. Hey, take a look there. Milepost 29. There's that dry and clear look here to the track. But I'm a bit worried because Coming up, it's usually been a bad broom area, so I don't quite know what to expect, but I've been surprised on these hikes before where I dread an area and then I find that some people have done some work. I'm always thankful for that. Yeah, here's the broom in bloom. It's just a little bit though. So I'm coming up to a bridge, and this will be my turnaround. This is mile 28.9 bridge. Little short, simple bridge structure. I'm thankful I can just walk around that broom. This bridge is quite picturesque in the autumn because of all the maple leaves above it that fall onto the bridge. Nice carpet. Yeah, not much to it, but I like it. So I was going to go about a mile further east to milepost 28, but this is good enough. I'm satisfied with my hike, and I'll see this another time, which is autumn. Give an idea of what is to come on a next hike. Yeah. Lots of windfalls and stuff, and yeah, it's just interesting. The railway hugs the slope. Okay, now going westward. If I continued in this direction, I'd eventually get to the Port Alberni rail yard and train station. But I'm not going that far. Mile 28.9 bridge is what I'm currently looking at. It's a gully. So there's concrete abutments that the big wooden beams sit on. And then the ties go across the big wooden beams. And that's what a bridge is.